Welcome to the Caution Flag Contemplations podcast, a racing show for the fans by a fan. Welcome into this week's episode of the Caution Flag Contemplations podcast. I am your original host, Casper, the host. With me I have the best host, Dwat and JP. We're here on another great Monday. It's very quiet in my garage right now. I don't know what the deal is. It just feels extra quiet. But I did add the Tennessee decor back. I got the Tennessee Cup. I can smell football coming. Nico still sucks. How's y'all's weekend? Having a good day?
Yeah, it was good. Hot. Celebrated the old sister's birthday on Saturday.
What'd she turn, like 3?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's first 29th. When you're a woman, when you get 29, you just get to say 29 for the rest of your life. So congratulations on that. I'm probably not supposed to say it on the podcast. I better beep that out. Yeah, happy birthday to her for sure. Dwat, what's this new device here? You a professional podcaster now? You got a microphone?
Got my new microphone. I'm in the game now. I'm ready.
I like that. It's funny because I was trying to switch to the Bluetooth headphones after last week because I thought it looked really nice for you, but they wouldn't really work with my computer. So I got to figure out something about that because I'm about tired of having to eat this thing. People are always like, why do you eat the microphone? It's just I'm practicing for my radio show that I'm going to get one day when this podcast strikes it rich.
Yeah.
Either that or I'm going to be announcing on Flow Racing. I'll work for y'all for free. Just tell me what you need to do. If it's in my area and I can make it, I'll do whatever. Hold a camera, interview, whatever. Let me know. I'm here. Rigsby, call me. I'm just always there on X. You know what my actual account is. I know you know. I've seen that you've seen it. It told me last night. Did y'all see where Hoffman and Hannah Newhouse were asking Grok yesterday who was the most famous person that had looked at their page?
Yep.
That was pretty
Hoffman
weird.
was like Kenny Wallace, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, and Hannah Newhouse said Dale Jr.'s. I wanted to ask, but then I didn't want to know. So we might do that, though, here at some point in the show. But I don't know. Yeah, it was a good weekend. Y'all watch any races or y'all just go to bed? Who stayed? I'm just going to, we're honest on this show. Did anybody stay up for the PDC?
I had it on and then fell asleep.
I did not stay up.
Couldn't do it.
I was going to stay up. I had to take the wife to the airport Sunday at 5. And I was going to stay up, and I was sitting out here about to watch it whenever the rain started, and I was like, oh, God. And then I went inside, watched the end of Tazewell, whatever that was, and then I was like, okay. And I get on X, and they're like, we're still trying to race this tonight. And I was like, So I stayed up for like another 30 minutes, and they posted that thing. It was like right around 11:30, and they were like, we're shooting for a midnight central start time. And I was like, that is 1 a.m. Hell to the no. I was like, you know what? Goodness, I pay for Dirt Vision so I can watch the, what is it, Rapid Rewind or whatever they call it. It's actually a really good way to watch those races if you
They replay the heat.
Yeah, Rapid Replay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
no commercials, cuts out the cautions and stuff.
It gives you a good hit. So I got to watch that for the PDC, but it was a late one for sure. Didn't sleep much this weekend. So, anyway, well, I guess we'll get right into it. We got a couple of controversial topics this week. Thankfully, not a whole lot of news actually this week, which is good after, a couple weeks of lawsuits and dudes wrecking each other and getting suspended and all that. We did have a couple wrecks we'll talk about as we get to them, but yeah, starting off with our Caution Flag Junk of the Week here. NASCAR going to San Diego. How do y'all feel about the whole situation? Navy base, yay, nay?
I think that'll be actually pretty cool, personally. I know a lot of people are probably going to hate on it, but I think it'll be pretty badass to see them race on a damn Navy base going down the airstrip and seeing the ships in the water when they're going next to the bay. I think it'll be cool as hell, personally, but...
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I think it's going to be great. When they came out with it, it's I'm behind it. I like it a lot.
Did you like the video, D-Watt? I figured that you would like the video a lot. I figured that was going to be your jam.
Yeah, it was.
It had your boy in it, so.
Yeah, it did. Yeah, it was. I like the video. It was good.
Now, it was good. I get it, but it was a little cheesy. Like, damn, bro.
You're one of those NASCAR fans. I can see we're going to have some interesting topics of discussion today. I'm nervous. I'm nervous about your opinion on one of these topics that's on here coming up. So, but we'll get there. Anyways, I think it'd be pretty cool. I would love to go. curious. It's interesting. They said this might be like a one and done kind of thing, which I think is kind of
Yeah.
weird. I'm gonna go ahead and ask the question. Everybody can give their answer. Will Donnie T be there or not? Yay or nay?
I say no.
I'm gonna say no, probably as well.
I'm gonna say he's absolutely gonna be there. I think he'll be there. It's gonna be huge, and
God.
I hopefully they have him and Shane Gillis both will be perfect. I feel like
They
he's
should,
gonna do
honestly,
this.
instead of having Trump there, they should just have Shane Gillis as Trump. That would be 10 times better.
Maybe. I don't know. We'll see what happens there. One other thing I want to talk about on the patriotic thing. I know next year's 250 years, yada, yada, yada. But this is one question I do have. Did you guys see the Brickyard 400 logo that came out today? Does everybody know that we don't have a schedule for next year?
So that must be the 4th of July weekend race.
I was wondering. Wondering if that's what you were thinking. I saw that flag. I was like, So, I don't know. Brickyard, 4th of July, maybe? Let's see. Let me look at the calendar for next year. Sorry about the dead time, folks. But, yeah, I saw that, and I was like, maybe. 4th of July is on a Saturday in 2026.
Wow.
You have to imagine that, probably going to be a pretty good little lick there, given the 250 years and all that. So, I don't know. Interesting. We'll see what happens there and what happens with the schedule. Obviously, we're not going to Chicago. Y'all know I want to go to Atlanta for 4th of July, but we'll see what happens. So, I'm assuming we're going to Indy. I'll make that prediction without seeing the schedule. We're going to Indy 4th of July, so good call. Other than that, August 2nd, Speedway Classic. What's y'all's thoughts on this? Does Bristol need to stick to racing, or is this football, baseball, concert? Like, what's y'all's opinion?
I'll
You
go
want-
ahead and
you
go
go
first.
first.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay. I feel like they should just stick with NASCAR, stick with racing, but I like the experiment. They did the football, sell out, great event. This baseball, it might be a bust. We'll see. It's selling tickets, it sounds like, so they got a good amount sold. And it's an experiment. I think it'll be a one and done with the baseball.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm curious. I think it's really interesting they're doing it in Tennessee. JP, what's your thoughts?
I think that they just need to keep it as a racetrack. They need to quit doing this stupid shit. The football game, I get. It takes up more of the infield, and they actually had people show up. Half the track you're not going to be able to sit in and see anything because it's a baseball field. It's a diamond. It doesn't work that way. Also, that's a great racetrack. They just need to have more races there. Screw all these sports events. Bring Cletus back. Have some cars tour, Wayland Modifieds, whatever. Put some race cars on the track like every month. At least once.
Yeah, so I'll agree with your part about putting racetrack cars on the track. I don't know. I think it's interesting they're trying it. As far as like not being able to see, they're only selling tickets in half the place. 85,000 sold already to date. I would assume this thing's probably going to be up around 90, depending on weather. It's going to be a little bit hot, but it's actually going to cool off a little bit on Saturday, which is good for those of us that will be in attendance. I got a Braves hat today just for that. But, my problem is also what JP just said. Like, it is a racetrack. We had no short track nationals, no Cletus, no nothing. Like, I would like to see more racing at Bristol on a semi-regular basis other than twice a year. And maybe, I'm kind of a proponent for the night race being the only Bristol NASCAR race of the year. Sorry, don't hang me, but it's kind of how I feel. I'd be good to see, supers. Like I said, I really like that short track nationals, kind of like they did with the dirt nationals. I don't know if y'all enjoyed
They
that,
had like
but
all the street stocks and
Pure
everything.
fours and all that. And I think that's a really cool deal for all the smaller type series. And yeah, I'd like to see more of that. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. But I think it'd be a cool event to go to. I'm excited to go. I'm a little bit like, you're not going to see much. Like, it's going to be hard to see a baseball. You can see everything in there. You'll be able to see the runners and everything. But
Now, I got one question here. If we get one of them big old right-handed batters up there,
no.
do you think
No.
if they get them extra juiced up, they can hit the Colossus TV? Yeah, because it's like on the foul line, isn't it? Hey, you let Ronald get a hold of one. It's a big-ass target. So, here's what they should do. Here's my suggestion. The Durham Bulls, you hit the bull, you get a steak. You hit the grass, you get a salad. At Bristol, you hit the Colossus TV, you get a race car.
You heard it here first. JP's going to buy whoever hits Colossus TV a race car. You heard it here first. So congratulations on paying that one out. No, just a couple quick things to wrap up for those of you that might be in attendance who are race fans. No coolers and beer allowed in your cooler. You can have clear bags only. No food, no drinks, no nothing. You got to buy it when you get in there. So for those of y'all that don't know, go tailgate at the Earhart Campground when you get there. $20 to park, and you can be there all day. It'd be a great time. If you see an idiot that looks like me, wave. I'm looking forward to it, but can't do that. And then I don't know, it's a concert before baseball game. That'll be pretty cool. I did want to announce the starting pitchers there. It's supposed to be Strider versus Chase Burns. So we have the Knoxville boy, old Spencer Strider for the Braves, and Chase Burns, the Tennessee baseball burner, who I guess has disowned the University of Tennessee and basically said he only played there because they paid him. So I kind of hope he gets killed. I'm a Braves fan anyways. The Reds will probably win because the Braves are terrible. But
the Braves suck. The Reds are going to win. As much as I hate to say it, the Braves absolutely suck, and the Reds are going to win.
I've never been to a Reds game where they lost. I don't know. We'll see what happens there. But other than that, all right, the biggest news item in the racing world this week, in my opinion, is this debate that came up on SiriusXM, Danielle Trotta, Larry Mack, playoff format debate. That, apparently Mark Martin still doesn't want any playoffs at all, and everybody needs an opinion on this now. So I figured that us three probably were not actually all going to exactly agree on this. So I decided that to start the show off this week, I'd like to hear both of yours, and then I will give my ideal playoff points format. Or no playoffs, whatever. Just your ideal points championship format. I texted y'all at 6:30 this morning. You should have had enough time to formulate this by now. If not, you can go next week. But would anybody like to go first?
I'll go ahead and go first.
All right, let's hear it.
So, in my opinion, I like the way it is now, in a way. I say you need to win, kind of like it is now. And then once you win, you're in. And then I give you the top 16 still. I like that. And each round, kind of like it is now, you win, you move on. And then there's, I'd say in that last race of that segment, it should be like the best average finish. If you did not win, then it could be like a best average finish somehow. And I like the stage points. I kind of like how it is now, which I heard all that stuff online throughout the week as well. But my take was just make it where if you keep winning, just keep that important. And win, you're in, and you keep moving and keep the points basically the same. And I like the system.
So you kind of like it. That's fair. I mean, I think that's a fair opinion. There's a lot of people that apparently are like, no, we got to change it. I don't know. We'll let JP go.
Yeah.
We'll see what he's got to say.
We need to take the damn playoff system, throw it in the garbage can, light it on fire, get rid of it and forget about it. And we need to go back to having a 10-race chase. You get to that, all the points reset, and the 10 driver, or whatever, how many drivers they select for the 10 races, run points for those last races, and the guy on the top at the end is the championship. Simple as that. Like old buddy said, you ought to be able to explain it in a damn elevator.
That's a basic opinion. So are we all under the agreement that nobody thinks we need to just get rid of the playoffs, the chase, whatever you want to call it? Like, we got to have something.
Yeah.
Are we on this show? So here's my whole thing, and I'm sorry, Mark Martin, and I have all the respect in the world for Mark Martin, other than that I don't want to say it, but him and Denny Hamlin are the same for a reason. Anyways, what do you call a Sunday afternoon race in October when the points is separated by 300 points? Because I call that time to watch football. I mean, it is what it is. Like, that whole Matt Kenseth situation, locking it up, 2 races ago, he ends up winning a race that didn't really matter late in the year. I don't know. Like, that's boring. I'm sorry. Chase Elliott, I like Chase Elliott. He's the points leader right now. He has not won the one race at Atlanta. I want to see guys win. I mean, I want to see guys try to win. And if you take this away, these races are going to get boring. If you go away from the playoff system, there's no need for stages because points don't matter, really. As far as playoff points winning the stages, it's just not going to be as big of a deal, in my opinion. I mean, they still matter a little bit if you keep those in play, but I don't know. I think I kind of like what JP said. I don't think it's exciting enough at the end, though. That's the ugly truth. I would like to see some kind of change. First of all, 16 drivers is too many. 10 might be too few. 12, I think, is where I'm kind of at. I kind of want to go to 10, 1 through 10, and then I want wild card after that. I don't think that just winning your end should count, if that makes sense. I want those last 2 spots to be filled by people that win, but maybe like up to that, just do the top 10 in points, and then the next 2 winners outside the top 10 or something like that. That goes more something, standard to other sports, the wild card or whatever you want to call it. But this is, I hate this. It's stupid if you don't have anything. Part of the problem is the schedule. This is the other thing that nobody wants to talk about. Part of the problem is the schedule. TV, did y'all listen to that episode of The Teardown?
Sure
today?
did.
Okay, so what they're talking about is how TV wants to have this Game 7 moment, right? Which we all get that. It's exciting, yada, yada, yada. Although as long as it's at Phoenix International Raceway, it's going to be terrible. I'm just going to tell you it's not that great. But let's shorten the season up. I've decided it's time to make this a shorter season. Move this thing, end it, but when football's getting ramped up, there's no need to go against football. You're never going to be there. Midweek races, that's what I would like to see. I don't want to see less races. I want to see midweek races in the summer. Knock it out. I don't know. Shorten this thing down. Get it done September, first week of October. I don't know. I think that'd be better, but we'll see. And I'd like to see them knock one off every week. Like, I think that's me. 12, and then knock one out every week till 3 races to go. And then, I do like the idea of 3 races mattering, because I really don't like one just being the end-all, be-all. I really don't, because what happens if you have a bad day that day? You don't have a chance at all. If you have 3, you can have one bad day and then maybe win twice, and it still matters. So I like kind of what you were saying about the average finish, maybe even instead of the points earning for that, but I don't know. We'll see. But this is my thing. If you guys don't think that playoffs belong in NASCAR, like, you probably need to go watch something else. Lucas has playoffs now, right?
Yeah.
Like, we're pretty big dirt racing fans. I thought it was pretty exciting. I think it's exciting this year. Bobby's pretty well whooping up on World Outlaws at this point. Like, that doesn't look like that's really in question. As long as he doesn't have a terrible end to the year, Hoffman's not going to catch him. It's kind of boring. So I kind of like it. I think it adds excitement. Keeps guys driving, keeps people watching. Good points days is not what you want to hear guys saying at the end of a race. They're already getting boring with these cars. There's no passing available, right? So, like, we don't need any help making the races worse. Playoffs here to stay. If you don't like it, sorry, Mark Martin. I love you. I really do. I think you're the greatest driver to not win a championship ever. Anyways, moving on down the line. The dirt. We'll get into that. Apparently, that wasn't that great of a discussion. Sorry, guys, but we'll try better next time. Southern Nationals. We'll start there. They wrapped up the Southern Nats this week at Toccoa. Zach Mitchell gets the win. Leads that baby wire to wire. Go to Sugar Creek. Zach Mitchell does it again, wire to wire. Friday, we go to North Georgia. Sam Seawright gets the win over Dale McDowell. Dwat did change his pick to Dale McDowell Friday, as Chris Madden did not make the entry list. He did get it in, submitted in time, and old Mac Daddy looked pretty good. Then Mac Daddy choked, so and he didn't really choke. He got passed by Sam Seawright, who I don't like Sam Seawright. I'm sorry, I just don't.
Why?
I think because I seen him race too dirty. I don't know. I just
When
don't.
did he race dirty?
411?
When?
Once. It's been a while, obviously.
Who? Who did he race dirty?
You know who?
Who?
23B.
No.
Yeah,
I have no recollection.
They had a
of
little
this.
run-in over there. You weren't there, but they did have a little one. I don't know.
whatever.
It's something about him. Not to mention Michael Page is on the team now. I'm out. Also, whenever Sam Seawright shows up and he's in the front, he usually dominates and stinks up the show. So, obviously, he's quick. Like I said, it's nothing personal. I just don't like him. But, I don't know. So, anyways, we go into Tazewell Speedway. It's going to be a great race. I was supposed to go. Things happen in life. Couldn't make it. I decided that about 4 o'clock. We get there, and we have this race, and I want to hand it off to Dwat. Let me give the points going into this. Garrett Smith's leading the points. Jimmy Owens second. It's like 6-point split. They did this whole weird thing where they dropped 2 races. So as long as it's really hard to know where these guys have to finish to win. I really don't like it, but I'm sure Dwat's about to tell us about that. We'll figure that out. So they go up to Tazewell Speedway, and that's where we get it really started. For the week we have, how many cars show up? 20 cars.
20 cars.
Great show there at Tazewell. So tell us about the Tazewell Speedway on Saturday night.
Yeah, so at Tazewell, I like Tazewell as a fan. It's awesome. Ass, Big Bang, whatever. It's great. But that may have been, just for me, it was disappointing. I guess it would be a way to sum it up for me. You got 2 guys going for the points, and the third guy that was also in contention. I mean, he was close or whatever, and then he ended up winning the points championship. It's just we see it each time at that race, which guys often break, and J bars were often broke that night. I don't know don't know a lot
Agreed.
about the cars, but whatever a J-bar is, seems to be what caused the deal with McDowell, and when he turned in front of the field and Owens flipped upside down. So should we be... So cars that flip, should they be getting raced again or not? Which Owens could not continue, but he tried. He put his helmet on, he got in the car. My take on that is if you flip and you get out, you got to get towed out of there, you should just, for safety reasons, you should just be done.
Agree.
Okay. So all in all, just... I like the Southern Nationals, but I just think, in my opinion, is it time to go somewhere else to end it? Go to Tazewell maybe after they get done with and then maybe go there, or find a way to go there early in the season instead of ending it.
Yeah, I mean,
That's a great point.
I like your opinion, JP. I know you want to talk about J-bars. You want to give your...
I'm not. J-bars
J-bar
is
talk.
just the part that hooks the rear end. But the thing about flipping a car, there's no shot you should even attempt to hit the starter on that damn thing after it's been flipped over. All the oil's out of the oil pan and the damn, they're dry sump systems, so your oil container's probably empty from being upside down. And that's a $50,000 motor you're going to try to crank with no oil. Yeah, that's a great idea.
I knew you'd like that too. I think you're onto something. I love Tazewell Speedway. I will not come on here and say a bad thing about Tazewell Speedway. I can tell you this, and you guys have known this for a long time because we've been, but first of all, qualifying there is still the most exciting thing to watch.
Yeah.
If you did not watch it on Flow and you don't understand, these guys are on the edge. I still with Kyle Larson, I want to see 410 sprint cars there just once. A high limit called Tazewell Speedway. Anyways, if they do, I'll be there. I don't care. I'll skip a wedding. I don't care.
I'll be there, but I'll be about 5 miles back from the fence.
I don't want to be anywhere close for sure. But yeah, I don't know, man. I love Tazewell Speedway, but it has become a thing where they run these super races. And granted, it's usually regional races. They don't have Lucas Date anymore. They start somewhere around 20, and they usually finish 8 or less cars. There was only 6 cars on the track, 2 or 3 cars on the lead lap. And it's just because it's rough on equipment, and I think part of it, too, is, these guys just race these cars, 13, is it 12? 12 races in 3 weeks, or 13 races in 3 weeks. The points guys, it's rough on the cars, right? I mean, at the end of the day, they've had a lot of stress on them, and you go put them out there on the roughest, fastest track, probably taking the most beating of the year. And honestly, at the end of the day, Tazewell Speedway, it's not the most passing. It's a great track. Don't like to not like to see races there. It's kind of like Indianapolis or something like that. It's a great racetrack. I wanted to race there, but it's not going to be the most exciting door-to-door passing. I mean, I don't know. There was one pass early in the race, Owens and McDowell, I guess, before they both broke. Owens made a good pass under McDowell, and when them guys pass coming off turn 4 at Tazewell, it's sketchy. It's sketchy looking to watch, and I enjoyed that, but I don't know. Mike Benham gets a win. Congratulations to him. He's been running that series a long time, dedicated. I was glad to see him get a win. Obviously running the old, I believe, Team Zero still. Anybody get a quote?
Yeah,
I know he definitely used it.
yeah.
I'm pretty sure he's still running the Team
I believe
Zero
so.
chassis. Good to see that up there at Tazewell Speedway. But I don't know. He ends up beating Cade Loudy, who, congratulations to Cade Loudy, absolutely ripping and rolling, gets the points win like you talked about with Southern Nationals. That's cool out of Rogersville. JP, I did want to point out that me and you went with the kind of layup picks here and picked Garrett Smith and Jimmy Owens to win the points, and somehow Cade Loudy comes in third and wins this thing. Beckham Malone, 13 years old, finishes third in a super race at Tazewell Speedway.
Crazy.
That was wild too. Me and Dwat were texting a little bit. You can tell where this was a race of attrition. These guys getting interviewed don't get interviewed a lot.
Yeah, I was dying down here watching. I'm like, what are we doing? They were doing this number, looking at different sponsors and looking at their car, and
I don't even know who's all on my car.
I was like, my goodness, get it
My
together.
favorite was when they were doing the Cade Loudy and Benedum and all that, and their cars weren't right there, and they can't see him on the car. Beckham Malone comes up there, and he's like, yeah, I just have to guess. I was like, he's 13, so I guess he gets passed. I just thought that was hilarious, but I do love to see race at Tazewell. Hate to see the series in that way. I don't know. I'm just going to go ahead and say I would like to move that last race to the I-75.
That's
No,
what
I got a
like
better one. I got a better one.
Let's hear it. What you got?
One tier.
Oh, into you.
They could do that. They could swap Volunteer and Bulls Gap, but Volunteer has also got potential to be rough on equipment at the end of that.
Yeah, but it
race
puts
deal.
on much better
It does.
racing.
It's a lot
than
wider.
Tazewell.
It's a lot wider. You got 2 lines. You can work top or the bottom there. Even though usually they get up around the top, you can work both some. So I'd be okay with that too. I'll tell you, I'd really like to get Mountain View added to this Ray Cook stuff.
I think it would be cool.
He needs to figure that out. I really think it would be awesome one weekend to see a Mountain View I-75 Friday, Saturday, 10K super race. And if you could get it on an off weekend from big national tour races, I think that'd be really cool. And I think this tour is the right one to do it. Yeah, and which is different. And I know a lot of times they don't like them to be that close because people won't go back-to-back nights, can't afford it. I go back-to-back nights. I'll tell you that right now.
Yes,
I'll be there.
I would too.
So, I don't know. That'd be cool. That's kind of what I like to see is I-75. But Volunteer would be okay as well. They could swap them. That would be really easy on their schedule to make that swap. They're not that far apart either. You know what I mean? So, that's a good suggestion. But congratulations to Cade Loudy on the championship in the Southern Nationals. Other than that, we are getting behind here. Sorry, folks listening at home. PDC. We have Flo Wednesday night first at the Prairie Dirt Classic. One for the road, which I thought one for the road was like after Eldora. Why are we calling it one for the road and it's the first
Yeah, that's
one?
what I thought.
Can we call it one for showing up? Why are we calling it one for the road? I don't know. Sorry. Anyways, they had 66 cars show up, 20K to win on Wednesday night. Fast qualifier, Dennis Erb Jr. Dennis Erb Jr. on the pole. He wins his heat. RTJ wins heat. Had 6 heats, given that number of cars. Ryan Unziker leads this thing early. Bobby throws a slider on lap 12. It was a little bit like that move that kid put on Bob Gardner. I don't know if y'all saw that, but it was actually a little bit of a dirty pass, in my opinion. I know it wasn't dirty, but it was a little hip check in the fence there.
Bobby Pierce would never make a dirty slide job. What are you talking about?
It wasn't dirty. Bobby Pierce fans on TikTok, do not come after me. It wasn't dirty. It just wasn't clean. But anyways, he ends up leading and pretty much runs away. RTJ did put a slider on him with 12 laps to go. He did get in front of him, and he just couldn't hold on to it, and then Bobby was like, nope, see you, bye. And goes away, gets the win over Ricky Thornton, Jonathan Davenport, Hudson O'Neal, and Ryan Unziker. I always liked the Ryan Unziker thing. Still haven't got a T-shirt. I really need to figure that out. Hopefully at the Dome we'll get that done. All right, moving on. World Outlaws. So they take Thursday night off there. Is that weird y'all out that they don't do nothing Thursday?
Yeah,
it is kind of strange.
I didn't expect it. When I saw it online and I didn't see anything for Thursday night, it caught me off guard. I thought they'd have something, have a unsanctioned, or have
they had a concert and I
Okay,
think they try to make an event out of this deal, which is cool, and I still want to go. This is still we'll get this, but this might be a top event I want to go to. But anyways, I want to make a quick apology before we get into this. On the Friday, I said some crap last week about not paying for these races. I forgot they have the 4 showdowns. They pay. They also paid lap leader points on Saturday, which is awesome. Lap leader money, $500 a lap. 100 lap race. That's another $50,000. That's actually pretty badass. So my apologies for running my mouth out of line. I apologize. Friday, we go in. We have Shirley, Pierce, Sheppy, Hudson. It was all the guys that should have been up front, basically, at the end of the day, getting it done on Friday night. 78 cars. That is so many race cars. I mean, it's a lot of cars. Definitely crown jewel status. Not necessarily a whole lot to point out. Do y'all have any highlights from Friday you needed to talk about? You felt the need? All right, and then we get Saturday. We get through. We're getting ready to run this thing. They run the consolation races. Our boys get in there. Alberson, Bernick, Ricky Thornton Jr. had to win a consolation race to get in this thing, which is pretty wild. Brandon Shepard on the pole. I know who picked him. Just didn't work out. But, yeah, I don't know. It's pretty cool. They get her going. I don't know what time because I didn't stay up. Probably it looked like around 2 a.m. Eastern time. Best I could tell off X. Dwat was snoring logs about then, just absolutely cutting them down. So, but yeah, Shepard, I guess, led, and then Shirley takes the lead on lap 33 and led from there on out. And, it wasn't a whole lot going on. I think the track having to get reworked probably hurt a little bit just from the highlights I watched. But Sheppy did make the move on the last turn. I mean, he put her down there. It was Falsey on the last lap for the lead. He almost had a chance. So, 500 a lap. I thought that was pretty awesome for the Prairie Dirt Classic. Y'all have any comments on the race Saturday you need to talk about or anything you want to say about this event?
I just want to say this weekend, the picks, the layups were just not there. And everything.
That's true.
Just got to say it.
I mean, Zilich did pretty good. 3 in a row.
That wasn't a layup, though.
3 in a row? I mean, it's a layup.
I mean, that wasn't a layup if you watched how the race ended.
Oh, we'll get there. This is going to be a long podcast. Sorry, folks. I mean, so is this on y'all's bucket list for, races to go to?
Oh,
I think
for
this is
sure.
the next one, right? Like
I
it's,
think so. It's got a good fan um,
yeah.
engagement or something like that. I mean, they got the concerts. They've got. I mean, it looked packed from what I saw, and it was.
Well, they have like these random like falls draws thing where you like pay and bet. I mean, I don't know. It looks like a good time. Everybody has a good time. They got a lot of Busch Light. They pushed the race car to the bank at 3 a.m. That's freaking
like that.
badass. Like I don't. The whole thing I thought was just is awesome, and I'd really like to go. And this one though, I feel like you can't just go in on Saturday. I feel like you kind of have to go and stay to get the full experience. This is also how I feel about Eldora after we went there. I would really like to go there with the camper just once. We'll see what happens there. But I guess the question is, I just real quickly here, what is your favorite crown jewel in the dirt event? I mean, this classifies for sure. I know last week there was debates about Silver Dollar Nationals being a crown jewel or not. But what's your favorite crown jewel on the dirt late model calendar?
This is going to be an unpopular opinion, but only because I like late models without roofs. We're going to go with the topless race at Batesville.
I like it.
Hey, I like that. That's a good flavor. I like topless stuff too.
I like that. I'll go with the Dream at Eldora.
Okay. I think I'm going to go with I like the idea of the PDC. These people getting rowdy. I really like that all these Illinois boys show up and just run people over, run them in the wall, don't care, and then, like, get out of the car and start screaming at the fans, and the fans start screaming back at him. Like, even Shirley, after he wins, he's like, y'all are the best damn fans! It's like, woo! You know, you can hear Victory Lane, and you just don't get that everywhere at dirt track. You know, we go to dirt race around here, everybody's headed home as soon as things over. Nobody's staying for an interview, and I like that whole idea. So I'd really like to go there. To me, it's like the one I would like to go to that I haven't been to. One time I flew over this place. Like, I saw it from the airplane. I was like, oh, my God! And there it was. But so that's it's on the list. I haven't been yet, but it's definitely up there. Eldora, you know, Dream World for sure. Something I'd also like to go to. But other than that, just a couple quick winners. Zach Sides gets a win at Tri-County Topless Late Models. His second rope. They have these weird races in Alabama against Southern Nationals. I didn't love it. We're not going to talk about it too long. I just don't love it. Southern Thunder ran against them. East Alabama ran their thing, which is what it is. Kyle Bronson gets the win there with like 12 cars for 10K, so congratulations to him. Trey Mills gets the win at Talladega Short Track, and they did twin features, twin 25s, which I have never seen in super late model racing. Have you?
No, that's usually like an asphalt,
that's
late models kind of deal.
Late models or modified, so I don't know. That's kind of weird. But Trey Mills got the win. I got my new shirt. Race Ranch order came in the mail today. The Fast 49 merch is on the way. I ordered last week, so it'll be there. I got another new shirt, too. I'll show that to y'all whenever we get an opportunity. But other than that, this week you got World Outlaws right now. About to come on the Dirt Vision. Whenever we get off here, I'm sure we'll all be tuning into that at Wilmot. And then Cedar Lake, a big USA Nationals. 10K Thursday, and that's 2 days for 100,000 to win. Friday, Saturday. Big time racing out there. JP will be tuned in. Is the one win B-Main going to make an appearance in the mod class?
Maybe.
This is one race he does go to a good bit. So we'll see. We'll make a pick there. That's obviously a big time race. Another crown jewel. It's a lot of dirt racing going on here, so we'll see what happens. Thursday, the Southern Super Series I just talked about is Clarksville for 7,500 to win, which is like ahead of the Hunt the Front Deep Fried 75 at Duck River, 8K. Friday, 15K. Saturday, we'll see what happens with the points there. And our boy Corey Hedgecock, see if he can hold it on. Jimmy Owens also, I'm assuming, will be back in the 20 there. So we'll see what happens. Wartburg, if you guys are in East Tennessee, head to Wartburg. $12,000 limited late model race. Dylan Kennedy Memorial at Wartburg. I would say Topless is off this weekend. I'd say that's probably going to be a pretty packed show. That's good money for that one. So I would love to go there. Obviously, I'll be at the baseball game. Can't go. I've been wanting to go to that race for about 10 years. Haven't been able to make it. So, but yeah, other than that, Crossville has the All-Stars on Friday. Lake Cumberland, they're there on Saturday. So y'all watch these racing in East Tennessee. All right, moving on. Anything else you want to talk about? Did I miss anything?
I want to mention Hayden Cardwell was back in the CVR house car and won at I-75. Shocker.
And a crate.
Yep. Back in the 17.
I hope he stays there. I mean, I hope he gets a ride. I know he's run some like street stocks.
All kind of stuff.
He's a good driver. I don't understand. I guess Corey fired him because he wrecked too much crap. I don't really know. I'm just guessing.
Like
Nobody really knows what happened. But yeah, I don't know. I hope he gets it figured out. I still think he's locally one of the best around here. Booger Brooks, y'all seen him down there. He did. He ran Topless. He gave it a shot over there at Tri-County after running Supers North Georgia. But anyways, moving on to Indianapolis. RP. All right, we're just going to make this quick. Lane Riggs ends up dominating this race. He passes Corey Heim on lap 22. All right, Lane Riggs dominates. JP picked him because I let it hang out there. Now, here's what I want to talk about this race. Did y'all watch this at all? Yay,
I watched
nay?
most of it.
Most of it.
Okay, was this not a boring race?
Yeah.
Like, they talk like this is the best track on the truck schedule. Do they not?
Other than Ross's wheel coming off on pit lane, I don't really remember much because it wasn't that exciting.
Yeah, I mean, so, like, they only had one caution for incident. There was one car wrecked. And, like, if this is short track racing, you need more cautions. Sorry. There's not a whole lot of bumping, beating. It's a racer's track, I suppose. It's fairly wide, bottom, top, and all that. But I don't know. Lane Riggs dominated. Congratulations to him. Corey Heim took his first ever loss, I suppose, in the trucks. Yay or nay, this is the best schedule on the truck?
That is not the best race in the truck schedule.
Okay.
No,
Y'all want the
not
Xfinity
even
Series
close.
to go there?
I think they should. I think it'd be cool.
Yeah, that'd be a good race. Yeah.
I mean, it'd be fine as long as they don't. I'd be fine if they go there. I don't want to take it away from Indy, but I'd like to see the Cup cars go there and run this as a midweek race and then run Indianapolis Brickyard on the weekend. I'm telling you, this midway week, that's a bunch of schedule. I'm gonna put out a fake schedule next week on X. We're gonna see what happens with it. I really am. All right. That's all I got for trucks. Moving over to the big track, Indianapolis, where I got lucky enough to attend earlier this year for the main race there. It was packed, 300,000 people. They did not have that there on Saturday, in case y'all were curious, for the Xfinity Series. But this was a great race. Anybody want to cover this other than me? I'll let Dwat
I watched most of it. So Sam Mayer on the pole. He won stage 1, and then stage 2, Allgaier. So also, there was some rain that was threatening, but it seemed to stay away. So stage 2 goes to Allgaier. So stage 2 is kind of where. And then, stage 3 is when it gets pretty good.
That's one word.
Yeah. So, we'll start with the Allgaier and Larson deal. Larson, I guess you just called a mistake. He obviously didn't mean to take him out. Just that track it's like it's a one groove track, it seems like, and the car on the bottom often gets loose, and the guy up top's going to pay the price. And that's what we saw on Saturday. So, like I said, it wasn't anything. I feel bad for Allgaier. He's running good. He was wanting to get the win for JRM, but to get that get the flag for the win count. But didn't work out for him. So that's just a racing deal. But here we go. Let's just get on into it. Let's talk about it. JP picked Austin Hill to win.
He did.
He won. He won the race. He's a true winner. So Austin Hill versus Eric Almirola.
Race to the hauler. Is that the race you're talking about? The race to the NASCAR hauler?
He'll be watching next week, hopefully. But anyway, we'll get into that here in just a second. So, what is y'all's take on the disagreement of space out on the racetrack?
Man, you know what? You go first.
So I just want to set this up a little bit. First of all, I want to go back to the Larson Allgaier, just set it up just a little bit, then we'll go into this one, okay? So the whole Larson versus Allgaier thing. So the rain comes in there, we have this caution. I think this race is over. Allgaier gets the win. This is like guaranteed NASCAR gives this one away. But apparently they're going to stay consistent. They did this all week, just for the record, with rain. Back-to-back weekends. So congratulations to them for being consistent for once. So credit where credit's due. Allgaier goes to outside, lets Larson start underneath him. I don't understand what he was thinking. I think he was thinking it's Kyle Larson and he is not going to lose control of his race car and take me out. And he did not mean to. It was awful. So I like to point that out. He didn't mean it. It was awful. And then Kyle Larson, you could tell he was like not trying to do anything to help anybody beat Zilich after that. I don't know if y'all saw that, but like there's a couple times he lifted going down the back stretch and not pushing Mayer because he was not going to push anybody around the 88. But anyways, back to the Hill Amarola, all right? Amarola moves Hill, right? This is what we see as it happens. We see Amarola packs air. It's just great to do watching stock cars. I love it. It's beautiful. You just go in the corner. You run up behind them. It looks like you hit them. You never hit them. They get loose, slide up. Hill clips the wall, yada, 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 lose control of the car. Amarola goes past. Hill catches it, and then he didn't catch it, I guess, is what he said. And then he makes contact with the right rear of Eric Almirola, turns Eric Almirola head on into concrete, and it's pretty sketchy. All right, now JP, now that's the whole setup. So now what would you like to say?
So, first of all, he made a hell of a save to start, right? I mean, that was a Kyle Busch level save right there.
Yeah.
But one thing Kyle Busch also did back in the day was he wore some bright colored gloves. And, you can see those bright colored gloves through the windshield. And you can see him catch it, and then he goes, whoop!
Yeah.
And proceeds to kill Eric Almirola. I mean, that's ridiculous. I mean, that's just...
Right hook at 150. I mean, it's going into the corner, unacceptable. I mean, And then you try to say he didn't do it. That's my favorite part. So, two things. One, like I said, if you're a team owner, you should mandate your drivers don't wear gloves. And if you're NASCAR, it should be required that everybody wear colored gloves that you can see from camera. First of all, let's just go ahead and get that clear because that's what you want. Second, Austin Hill should be parked for the next month. Like, I'm not even joking. This is not his first instance of losing his cool on the radio and going berserk. I don't know that the wreck alone was enough for a month. It was definitely enough for 1 to 2 races, in my opinion. Very dangerous. And I don't like Eric Almirola, just for the record. I got a comment to make about him negative, too. But he did no wrong. He got blocked. He packed air. He moved him. He passed him. And Hill got mad and wrecked him. That's what happened. But he drives for RCR, and RCR don't give a damn. So, you can't do no wrong. You're blue collar. You're just worth $2.5 billion, but you're blue collar. Blue collar winery owner that sips champagne every night. Anyways, I don't know. Austin Hill's crazy bad. He's been a great role model this year for all the young drivers since he's going to be the senior driver in the Xfinity Series. Congratulations to him on that. And like I said, I guess maybe he'll be with me at Bristol watching baseball. He's a Georgia boy. Maybe he wants to watch the Braves. I don't know. Because he ain't going to be in Iowa. I can't tell you that. Well, I'm sure y'all see that Tuesday. We'll make another video or something about that maybe. But
now, I got to say something here.
Yeah.
Okay. I will say ORC's rant was pretty...
Whoa.
But he did make one good point. And I think that it doesn't matter what track it's at. It doesn't matter what speed. If you intentionally right hook, left hook, straight up turn into somebody, your ass needs to be parked. I don't care if you're going 20 mile an hour at a turn at Coda or whatever it is, or if you're going 180 at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. If there is evidence that is undeniable, which I believe in both of those instances, that there is undeniable evidence that it was intentional right hook trying to take somebody out of a race, you should just be done. Whatever penalty that is, they need to come up with it. They need to make a rule, something.
Yeah. So I think part of it, and this is a box NASCAR's put themselves in with this whole suspension and no waiver and all that stuff now. Like, if you suspend them, they lose all of their playoff points. Austin Hill's dominated the plate tracks. He's going to lose a bunch of playoff points if he's suspended. I think, honestly, that you're probably going to see him. My honest, ugly prediction is he's not going to be suspended. I think it's going to be the same penalty that Austin Cindric got in the incident that you're referencing. I do agree that there needs to be just a plain black and white call. Chase obviously got penalized for this. Bubba got penalized for this. I think he should be parked. One thing, and back to what you did say, TV and then some guys on X were making a big deal of the fact that it was a non-safer barrier wall. That doesn't matter.
No,
what
it
kind of
doesn't
wall
matter.
it is. But in the same regards, the road course versus regular track doesn't matter, right? Like, I guess that's kind of my...
that shouldn't ever be a factor.
Hooking somebody is dangerous. If you want to ship somebody, that's one thing, but to wreck somebody is something different when it comes to just spinning them. Because then you lead to the possibility for head-on contact with them or another competitor. So that's unacceptable. But, yeah, we'll see what happens there. I did run a poll that actually got more votes than I thought. It got 2,500 votes, and we had a poll said it should have been 5-race suspension. So... I think that's probably a little excessive. I was really more leaning towards 2. I just feel like it was 1, but I felt like his rant on the radio, arguing with NASCAR and using the language he was using should have been extra. It was very Kyle Busch reminiscent. You remember that time Kyle Busch got held for laps and he double-birded the entire time he was sitting on pit road? It felt like that. Did y'all see the tape on the grill?
I did. I didn't like that.
Who
They
in
put
the
like a
hell
frown
did
face.
that? Why?
I guess a crew
what
guy.
Idiot on the team. I think that shows a culture problem at RCR.
Yeah.
I mean, do you think that's... I feel like it's like
You can't do
inappropriate,
that.
right?
Yeah,
I think
come
it's
on.
inappropriate. Because it wasn't on there... If it was on there before the wreck, whatever, because he had the damage before. If it would have been on there before that, it's one thing. But to add that after, he's like on pit road, like, who thought that was a good idea? And then, like, why nobody get fired? I don't know. I just thought that was kind of dumb. So.
Now, hold on. Before we move on here.
Yeah.
NASCAR has got to do something about this if they want to keep the sport going and keep it to have like integrity in the racing. Like last year with Dylan and then all the stuff we've been talking about with Cindric and Bubba and all that stuff, like they got to start actually penalizing people for doing shit like that, or it's just going to keep happening. And there's a point where they got to put the foot down,
Yeah, that's fair. And that's no different than what we talked about last week with the whole Bob Gardner incident. Like, you got to hammer these guys, or otherwise they see it and it gets worse, right? So, I don't know. My comment about Eric Amarola is I thought it was kind of – I really didn't like his comment. He was clearly fine. Like, I'm sure it hurt. He was hurting. I'm not saying it was okay. But the comment coming out of the media center about, it was very similar to the hit. I broke my back. Like, Austin Hill was not – it was a dumb move, but, like, why? What are you talking? I don't know. I don't like him either. It's kind of like Sam Seawright. I'm just kind of like, ugh, every time I see his face. And then he goes on there talking about his little church group thing.
No.
Which don't even get me started there. I don't know. I'm not impressed with him either. But, it was a clean pass. I felt like it was a racing move, and then I felt like Hill saved it and wrecked him. So that is what it is. What do you think for suspension? How long do you think it's going to be?
If I had to predict, I'd say it'll be one race suspension and a fine. Or, let's just say a one race suspension.
Do you think that's enough? You'd be okay with that?
Yeah, I'm fine with that, yes.
JP?
I don't think that's enough, honestly, but that's probably
what you think it'll be.
If that. I assume he's going to have a fine, obviously, but they might not even park him, but they really should.
I think they'd park him. I guess I do. It's hard for me to tell. So if you go off, the problem is this goes back to that inconsistent NASCAR thing. You go back to the Austin Cindric, Ty Dillon situation. They're not. The only thing that I give that wreck is it is a road course. So we don't give out these same penalties for left hooks. We give these out for right hooks. On a road course, it's not necessarily the same because there's left and right turns. It's a little bit different.
Here's my question. In the NFL, when they play in Atlanta, do they call blocking in the back different than they call it in a different stadium because they're at a different stadium? No. It needs to have a rule, and it needs to be, you can't intentionally wreck somebody, whatever they write it as. You do that, it needs to be the end of it.
I mean, I like that idea for sure. Just go ahead and mark me surprised that JP has a football reference. I haven't watched a football game in 10 years. That was a good one. I like that. I don't know how you pulled that out, but I'm proud of you. That was a good one. But I'm with you. A rule's got to be a rule for sure. But you have to take the verbiage of the right hook out of it then at that point. And then my question with that is, then you run into situations where if somebody pushes up into somebody in the corner because they get loose, is that a left hook? That's a hook. So you got to take the right hook verbiage out. Yeah. It's either hook or not on the road course. That's my point.
Don't even need to call it a hook. They need to say something like having evidence of intentional wrecking. Like, word it something like that.
Yeah.
Like, there has to be undeniable evidence.
Hey, while I'm at it, I'll just go ahead and ask, did you think that the 5 laps was ignorant?
Yeah.
Like, if you feel like you wrecked him on purpose at that point, park him, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like if you park him and you suspend him one race, I feel like that's more of enough. I feel like the parking 5 laps is like, hey, you did bad. But now, like, if you don't do anything, because you already said he messed up. So, like, if you don't do something Tuesday, like, now you have a bigger problem on your hand. I really thought the 5-lap call was weird. I don't know if that's something they've done in the lower series. I was trying to remember. I know that in the truck series they have penalized guys for multiple laps, but I don't remember 5. I feel like I remember 2. I don't feel like I remember 5. But I don't know. I just park him. If you feel like you wrecked somebody, you should be. In my mind, you've lost your mind for the day. You should be out. And then if you have the kind of conniption that he had on the radio, you should definitely be out. That's my take on that. But I don't know. Austin Hill, congratulations on being the biggest guy. Now, you idiots on X calling him fat. Why are we trying to call race car drivers fat because they wreck somebody? Like, he actually seems like a decent dude. He's just like me. He has a temper. It's okay. But, I mean, what? You don't got to come after him personally. Like, it was a dumb racing move. But, like, damn. Y'all need to calm down, okay? Like, he can take Wegovy. It's fine. Come on now. Like, I don't call people fat. I'm fat. Like, what are y'all talking about? I literally clicked on some of the pictures. Some of these people calling this guy fat are, like, had more food than I did from Taco Bell for lunch. Anyways. All right, I'm really getting out into the weeds here. So, anyways, Connor Zilic goes on to get the win in the Xfinity Series race. I picked him. Congratulations to the 88 car. 3 wins in a row. Suarez is out. Win. So this is the question, because they hadn't announced it. He's going to the Cup car next year, right? We're all in agreement.
For sure. For sure.
So I want to know, does he win year 1 of the Cup Series? Yeah.
I think he wins in a road course. I don't know that he wins in an oval.
I say he'll win in the oval, or both. I say both, oval and road course. next year.
He has now won in all of NASCAR shapes, just so you know. The road course, the rectangle, and the oval.
Good point. Yeah, I don't know, man. We'll see. The Xfinity Series is easier, and the cars are a lot different. I feel like one thing that I would like us to remember as we go into next year is watch how much this car ties him down. Like, this car is going to mess him up, you know? The car doesn't, the next gen car just does not showcase driver talent, in my opinion. Just remember that. Now you've seen somebody act like Kyle Busch. So, anyways, other than that, Cup race. Pole, Chase Briscoe. What are they doing in the car? There's no chance it's legal, right? No chance.
He's got something going on. He's a pole man.
Like Ryan Newman 2.0. Like, good God. Yeah, there's no way that car's legal in qualifying. I'm sorry. There's not. I don't know what they're doing. Congratulations to them. I'm proud of them. But there's no way in hell that car's legal for qualifying.
Yeah, there's also no way that Toyotas are legal in general, but I'll save that for a little bit.
They don't race that good. The problem is
it's not the racing. Just wait.
Okay, we'll get there. You knew they weren't gonna have to race. This is my thing. They trimmed out for qualifying. No, this is gonna be a track position strategy race because there's no passing. I don't know if there was a single green flag pass in this race. So, but yeah, stage 1. Michael McDowell sends Ross Chastain in the wall. What the
heck was that about? I was watching. I was like, what's he doing? I mean, was he trying to save fuel and all this fuel talk, and it gets pretty messy with all these pit strategies, and as a fan, it's hard to keep up with it. So maybe my take on it was, did he back the corner up a little bit and then just got punted? But
I think you're onto something. I think he did, and I think Michael McDowell is like, no, I think he blocked him one too many times. He ran all the way to the bottom for corner entry, then hit the brakes. Like, sorry, Ross, if you want to save gas, get out of the way. I don't know. Michael McDowell's not the right one to piss off, and he obviously said it wasn't intentional, but he's not Austin Hill. He's pretty chill about it. He's like, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do that. He stopped in the corner, and I don't know. It was pretty funny though. I was in here working on the car and had TV on. I was like, what are we wrecking for? Stage 1, like, come on, man. And that lime car was looking good. It made me want some in Busch Light limes. Busch Light, you let us down over here at the Caution Flag Contemplations podcast. We live in Tennessee and there's no Busch Light lime. What the heck? Don't make me drink Bud Light.
I really wanted to try some of that, but
we're not allowed to. They don't love us. Busch Light do better. But yeah, that was pretty wild. These stage winners aren't right. I never put those in there. Sorry.
I think Briscoe won stage 1.
Yeah,
and then stage 2.
Ryan Blaney.
That's right.
Yeah.
But then he had to pit. I didn't like the strategy. Don't pit when it's open. Don't wait till to get the stage and then pit the next lap when it's closed. Come on.
That was a decision on playoff points, and Ryan Blaney has 10 playoff points now. I have a problem with it. It's dumb seeming, but like that one playoff point might matter later in the year. They were not going to win this race, right? Like,
no.
Penske cars were not relevant, really. I know people are going to say, Joey Logano was going to win the race. No. Bubba was going to pass Joey Logano. I actually think Bubba's car was better than his. But Joey obviously had the flat tire. They were on the same strategy, but Joey had the flat tire. Bubba ends up with the lead, ends up winning this thing. And he beat Kyle Larson. We have to, I'm not a Bubba Wallace hater, okay? You idiots. You guys, I know y'all have seen him out there this week. It disgusts me. We go to Bristol and they boo Bubba, and I'm just like, you are disgusting human beings. I'm embarrassed to be a fan of this sport, honestly. JP, don't look at me like that. Listen, his politics and all that, it is what it is. But, like, we're not going to boo people. Dumb reasons. Anyways, it gets on my nerves. But he straight up beat Kyle Larson twice, the way I look at it.
Yeah, that was pretty impressive. Me and Pops were sitting there watching like, oh, yeah, it's over now that they're going to restart. Larson's going to drop by him. Sure didn't.
So, one question I do have about that, do you think that Larson was a little easy after his incident with Allgaier on Saturday? We talk about Xfinity races getting guys tuned up. Do you think it got him tuned down a little bit, maybe? Yay, nay?
I think so.
I mean, Bubba was that good.
Bubba was good, but I feel like Larson was very careful with how he was going to drive under him.
Yeah. It's one of those things where NASCAR never posts anywhere where I can see it that I've ever been pointed to because they're terrible with like promoting stuff. But you got these metrics they talk about now with like this defense and restarts and all that. Bubba's always up there in the restarts like every week. He's usually in the top 5. So he fires off well, and I don't know. He had the mentality to get it done. So I'm glad for him. Glad they're in the playoffs. NASCAR's secretly glad he's in the playoffs because when they beat him in court, then they can It is what it is. They lost a lot of money not being a charter team this
Yeah.
week. A lot of money.
Yeah, that's the part about all this.
If they win, though, those damages are triple because I believe they're suing for triple damages now. So, like, they would, in theory, if they win, they get paid all that money times 3 that they missed out on. And if they lose, then Michael Jordan's broke. So, we'll see what happens there. Other than that,
Hold on. Let me talk about why all the Toyotas are illegal.
Oh,
here.
yeah, I forgot about that. Let's hear.
How many times this year has a Toyota been able to save an unimaginable amount of fuel? I'm just saying.
They have plenty of gas on
They've been having all kind of we're not gonna make it, and then they make it. So I'm just saying.
Okay.
We got a little extra bigger tank back in there in the old Camry.
No. I think in this particular case, the only person that ran out was Byron, and he was, I guess, on the same strategy as Bubba, pitted same lap, I suppose. I really don't think so. I think when these rain cautions came out, like, that's one of these tracks, it is so long there. Like, you're saving more than 1 lap of gas under yellow. And maybe the Chevys are making more power, burning a little bit more of that bang juice. I don't know. But if you ask me, I would say that the Penske cars can go the longest on fuel. But that's because Ford ain't got no power either. I know chart. They might be the lowest, right? So, I don't know, but Bubba did great. Bubba got the win. He's great. He's the best driver out there. I'm a Bubba Wallace fan. I'm going to get me a Chumba Casino shirt. I'm just going to say this. I'm glad Chumba Casino's there. I'm never downloading their app or whatever. Was that not the ugliest race car you've seen?
Yeah,
it's been bad. Ugly every time. I have to listen to their ads every week on, my other real race
Every podcast I listen to, I swear there's a Chumba Casino ad.
God, that was the ugliest car, but something about Bubba getting that's like his 3rd win. They all come in weird paint schemes. So, congratulations to him on that. This is his first real win, kind of. I mean, this is the first time he's ever won to get in the playoffs. Crown jewel, big time. You can't call him bad driver. I've never thought Bubba didn't have talent. I don't love him necessarily, but he's always had some talent. And you don't win Indy with 0 talent, right? I mean, so you definitely don't beat Kyle Larson on 2 restarts with 0 talent. That's where I'm at on. All right, playoff picture. Let's discuss this just a scotch. Tyler Reddick is the highest driver with no win. He is 6th in points. He is approximately next one with no wins is Alex Bowman. He has about 70 points on Alex Bowman. So Reddick is pretty well locked in. You got Busher, Bowman, Ryan Preece, Kyle Busch, and Ty Gibbs. Them guys have all got to get a win somewhere, some way. Coming to these road courses, you got Allmendinger, McDowell, plate tracks. You got John Hunter, Nemechek's in there. Eric Jones has kind of actually been fast here lately. I don't know what they've done over there, but their cars have been faster. And then you got Hocevar. He could still always pull one off. Like, there's a few guys here coming up. So my question is, how many more winners do you think we're going to get? The races left, Iowa. What are the – y'all know this, I don't have this.
Iowa, Watkins, Glen. Hold on.
Daytona.
Richmond somewhere, maybe?
Yeah, Iowa, Watkins, Glen, Richmond, Daytona.
Okay, so you got 4 races. How many new winners in 4 races?
I would say 2.
I say 1.
I'm going to say your new winners are going to be Daytona. That's a given. You just have to assume, right?
Yeah.
Because it's Daytona. And then I would say, honestly, Richmond, because Watkins, Glen, let's be real, SVG's probably going to win. The only person that I would think could have an outside chance would be like a Chris Buescher or a Kyle Larson at Watkins Glen. And then, last year at Richmond, you never know. We could have a repeat.
Had to go there with it.
But you start with me. This podcast will be another hour long. It's been a terrible hour already.
Man, I think it's been great.
Iowa's coming up this weekend. We haven't raced there a whole lot. I think you could have a winner there. I think Ryan Preece, a very possible winner this weekend. I think they've been good on that type track. I think he's been really good. I feel like that's his style track. He could win there or Richmond. As far as the Watkins Glen goes, yes, SVG's number 1. Guaranteed winner. If anything happens to SVG, Michael McDowell is going to be in the mix. As far as guys without a win go, in my opinion, he's the only one. Everybody wants to say Allmendinger. Sorry, Colleague.
Allmendinger's washed. They need to kick him out.
No. Allmendinger's not washed. Colleague race cars are washed, and they need to go to a new manufacturer. I'm sorry, there's just too many people on the Chevy ladder above them at this point. Hendrick's number 1, RCR, Spire. There's one more, and I can't tell me who it is. At this point, like, they're just they really need to go to another manufacturer. Sorry, I like them and all, but that's what they need to do. Daytona, I actually think Daytona is going to be I think Denny Hamlin's going to win Daytona. I'm just going to tell you. That's what I think is going to happen. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. I'm going to go with one. I'm going to go two. Because Carson Hocevar is going to win this weekend. So I'll put that on the book whenever it comes pick time. Carson Hocevar is going to win Iowa. So we'll get there. But anyways, all right. Picks last week. That's enough. We did the double twin features. Me and Dwat tied in the first one. I gave him the tiebreaker with Kyle Larson finishing second. He's the only. We didn't talk about the mid-season challenge real quick.
Give me Ty Gibbs.
Ty Gibbs wins. Dwat takes the layup, gets the dub.
Yeah.
Me and JP were like, no, just because we hate.
We were
Ty
just
Gibbs.
hoping. I was hoping that his damn motor would blow again.
I'm
That's all I was
disappointed Ty
hoping for.
Dillon didn't wreck him. To be honest with you, I'm pretty disappointed in that.
Well, he was never within the same time zone, so.
Yeah, it was, that championship was almost like that time Matt Kenseth won the championship. It was just like such a looser championship that nobody even cares. Back to playoff conversation.
I was upset when I found out that the money was not going to the drivers. And then whenever I saw that Ty Gibbs was going to win, I was happy it wasn't going directly to the drivers.
Don't worry, he owns the business. I mean, he's the car owner and the driver too, so he got it. Don't worry. I'm sure Pop gave him how much ever he wanted. So, Pop, I'm sorry. That would have been if Ty Dillon won. My bad. I don't know what he calls him. Does he
Who
call him
knows?
Pop?
I don't
That
know.
backwards? One of them's Pop.
I don't know.
Congratulations, Ty Gibbs. That's the only championship he'll ever win. He can't win a race, so nobody cares. I mean, at the end of the day, like, you want to talk about a Mickey Mouse championship? This is like, man, this is nuts.
I don't even know if they can really call that a championship.
You can call it. No. Listen, everybody played by the same rules to start. The tracks were kind of garbage. I still go back to Atlanta being the first one that was garbage. They knew what they were doing. It worked out good for TNT. Congratulations, Ty Gibbs and the Saya car. I used to work next to Saya. I like Saya for whatever reason. But yeah, anyways. All right, back to our picks. JP, Dwat gets the first one. He gets the point for that one. JP wins the second one with Riggs. He gets the point for that one. So now it's 10 for me, 11 for JP, 4 for Dwat. So Dwat's making ground. This week, we're not going to do twin features, but I am trying to add a little spice every week. So we're going to do 3 picks like normal. And then we're going to have the bonus point after, which is going to be the Speedway Classic. So how that's going to work is you get it right, you get a point added to your total period this week. So even if you lose, you can still get a point. So y'all won. I didn't win nothing. I guess I get to go first. I don't even know what to pick any of these racetracks. Nobody's going to pick Hocevar, so I'll save Cup for last. So I'm going to go with Cedar Lake, USA now. Give me
Don't you say it.
Brandon Shepherd.
Oh, man. Wow.
All right.
Wow.
All right, and we'll let Dwat go next.
Oh, okay. Give me Cedar Lake. Give me the layup. Give me Bobby Peer.
Well, just to piss you off, I'm going to take Carson Hocevar to win the Cup race.
If he does win, I'm going to absolutely lose my mind. All right, I will go. I'm going to go Cup race and give me. Do it. Oh, give me 11 of Denny Hamlin.
Now,
Do you want?
All right, give me Cup race. I'll go Cup as well. Give me Ryan Blaney.
Wow. All right. JP?
I'm going to go with a long shot here. And I'm only saying it because he's won it before. I don't even know if he's going to be there. Probably not, but we're going to go with it anyways. Give me the 76 at Cedar Lake.
Overton. He'll be there, I would imagine.
That's a good pick.
If he is not and you would like to make your change, you have up till Friday before Hot Laps to text me your change pick like D1 did
10-4.
last week, all right? All right, wild card. I'm going to go on the wild card side here. I have a couple options. I could go Xfinity. What other options are there? Because I don't really like Xfinity.
River.
Duck River. Oof, I can't pick that. We also have that World Outlaws on Thursday, which is different. You could also pick that one. I'll tell you what. Bobby's been one of those openers. I'll take 32 on Thursday at Cedar Lake for my wild card pick. Do you want?
All right, give me Duck River. I'll take Zach Mitchell.
He has been hot. If he shows up, he has definitely
Yes.
been a quick one. That's a good pick. I like that. And now, which night would you like that on? Friday or Saturday?
Saturday.
All right, JP.
For my wild card, I'll go with the Xfinity race, and I will take the number 9 machine of Ross Chastain.
Was he? No. How did nobody take Zillage?
I don't think he's
He
going to win
hasn't.
4 in a row.
I don't know. All right, bonus points. I'll go first. Give me the Braves. Give me Spencer Strider for the dub.
All right. Man, that's my pick too. Give me the Braves.
All right. JP, your chance for the layup and the 1-point lead here for sure.
Man.
This is easy.
Man, I don't know that it is. The
It's
Braves
easy.
absolutely suck, dude.
You are the leader, so it would be good defense here for you to match us, because then we can't beat you. But
I think
you
I'll go
could
with
also
that option.
extend your lead.
Give
You
me
gonna go
the
Braves as
Braves.
well. Okay, all right. Well, that was a waste of time then. Sorry we did that. We'll cut that off the podcast. Yeah, I don't know. I would like to go back and change my wild card, but I'm not doing that because we don't do that shit. All right, 1 hot minute. I'm gonna go first. Chevrolet, Indianapolis Motor Speedway. What in the hell was pacing the field at my NASCAR race at Brickyard 400? Indianapolis Motor Speedway is associated with the Corvette all the time, always will be. Always, I mean, whenever I saw the Chevy EV pace car, Blazer EV pace car for a NASCAR Cup race, what NASCAR fan is going to drive a Chevy Blazer EV? Absolutely zero. If we're going to go to Indy, pretend we're Indy, give us the Corvette pace car. And they've had the Corvette pace car every year at Indy 500 for the last 2,700 years. We need Brickyard 400 pace cars, period. Anything else is unacceptable. You have to do better than that. My other hot topic here in my minute is all you idiots on X and TikTok complaining, bitching, moaning about the stands being empty. Indianapolis Motor Speedway holds 300,000 people. They're not doing it. There was 70,000 people. You know how many people fit at Richmond? 40. You know how many people fit at freaking Rockingham? 12,000. You know how many people fit at North Wilkesboro? 17. Do not complain to me about 80,000 people being at the racetrack. Don't. That's how many they've had at Bristol. Quit complaining. It looks small because it's huge. It is what it is. We're never going to have 300,000 fan crowds in NASCAR. I'm sorry. It's never happening again. It's not going to happen. The Indy 500 is a completely special event. I don't even know they could have that many show up for the Daytona 500 at this point. It is what it is. Don't complain about the crowd on TV, okay? And those of you that want to do that, go run some midweek races. Go to freaking Kingsport Speedway on a Wednesday night. Go to Hickory Motor Speedway on a Wednesday night. Go to IRP on a Wednesday night. Cut the season down. Make some kind of midweek points championship. Make it different. Do your bracket there, whatever you want to do. Run it in the summer. Make it 10 races. Bring 10 weeks off the schedule. Have this thing end August, September when football starts up. Let's not race against football. Let's make it happen, but quit complaining. Chevy, do better. Don't make me buy a Ford. I was looking at F-50s today. You bunch of damn idiots. All right, I'm done.
D-Why, you can go first.
Man, go ahead, JP. I got to think about.
Well, so I got to talk about the state of iRacing here. These people that cannot do a single lap on any track on iRacing, they just need to delete the because every race I did, it was more like iPacing. Dude, at Indianapolis Motor Speedway, you can fit 4 effing wide the whole way around the track. How are we not making it to turn 2 4 restarts in a row? Uninstall.
Uninstall. I like that. That's a good one. Just for the record, my first ever iRacing win came in an ARCA car at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. I'd like to point that out. Dwat, you ready yet?
Man, I wish I had something good for you, but
That's okay if you
I
don't.
just don't. I don't this week that I
You
know
can just
of.
give your time back to me and I can complain some more.
Okay, yeah. I really don't have anything. I guess I'm just kind of looking forward to seeing some pictures and whatnot of the baseball game in Bristol. That's something I am looking forward to seeing how it unfolds and kind of seeing some feedback. Since y'all are going, I'd be curious to see some feedback on the experience of the baseball game.
Well, if you can talk the wifey into coming, get some of them cheap tickets, and you can come eat with us anyways. You won't be able to sit where we're sitting, probably, 'cause it's going to be sold out. But you can eat with us. It's not going to be like NASCAR race. You can just sit wherever you want. Yeah, I don't know. I'll just go ahead and give D-Watch 1 hot minute for him. Really what he wants to say is, Casper, would you book the damn tickets for the Gateway Dirt Nationals so I can put it on the calendar at work? Answer is, check back with me next week. Hopefully we'll have it done by then. Caution Flag Contemplations is going to be in attendance at the Gateway Dirt Nationals. No bush lights will be consumed. Promise that. It's going to be a terrible time. If you see these idiots walking around, feel free to say hello. We'll bring some stickers. You can have them. We'll just throw them out in the crowd.
Yeah.
Anybody that's got stickers, let us have it. No fan questions this week. Really weak.
No.
Don't appreciate that. Y'all do better next time.
Speaking of the stickers, shout out some of my buddies from iRacing. Sent them across the country getting some CFC stickers out.
All right.
They may or may not end up on a race car. Who knows?
I was going to say, if anybody that has a race car, calling all race car drivers, if you want a sticker on your car, we will definitely give you a sticker. I don't know why you would, but if for some reason you did, we'll definitely get you one in the mail. Just let us know. Send us a message. TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, all that. Let us know. We will get one to you, okay? And we'll even try to keep up with what you got going on every week. Talk about it on here. At least give you, the Caution Flag Contemplations stickered minute. I don't know, something like that. But anyways, appreciate y'all for listening. Y'all have a great time. JP, Dwat, thank you. I'm sure y'all hear my dogs in the background. They're tired of me being out here. This has been an interesting episode. I hope it sounds good. If not, we'll maybe never try again. Anyways, good to see y'all. Find the button. Hammer down. Thank y'all for listening to the Caution Flag Contemplations podcast. Our theme music is Hard as Steel by Alex Productions. Thank you all for listening. Hammer down. Find a good race to watch. We'll see you next time. Extra bonus pick. I'm taking Chad Fincham for the win over there at Godspeed
Wow.
Speedway.
That
Kart
doesn't
race.
count.
King of the Cage.
Doesn't